NBA All-Star Weekend has come to a close. We've got actual NBA basketball games tonight, Thursday, February 19th. As we're recording this, we have real basketball. There is someone threatening Sheldon to watch said basketball game tonight. It's one of the first games. It's a tweet that he puts out every game day. The Rockets are playing basketball tonight. But welcome to the Apollo NBA show. I'm your host, Stone Strankman, joined always by Sheldon. How are we doing, bud?
It's good to be threatened again.
Just like that quote behind you,
Yep.
We don't talk about locker room stuff.
We don't talk about locker room stuff. Yeah, that's right. It's been a great All-Star weekend for me. Nothing has gone wrong. My fan base has remained calm. My team seems like they've never had better chemistry. So I can't wait to get to this last little run.
Sure. I saw the scrimmage clip yesterday. Someone was right.
You?
Someone was right.
I didn't. What happened?
Jabari was guarding KD. KD was guarding Jabari. Jabari bricked everything, and KD was just doing whatever he wanted on offense.
Are you sure that's the scrimmage clip, or is that the old clip from off-season workouts?
It could have been. I don't know. Someone tweeted out that they were scrimmaging.
Okay. Then there might be two different ones.
Yeah, and I don't know, but it was funny.
Either way.
I laughed. I was like, hey, look, man, he might have been right.
Hey, Jabari won me a lot of respect. I already respected him. He's a stand-up guy. But posting the pic of them two together after stuff, it's a little thing, but
sure.
Yeah, some version of being the bigger person.
Saving face.
Even though he's 23, he should not have to be the bigger person.
To a 37-year-old guy that's been doing this for 20 years. Whatever. All right. Well, this show is a little off the beaten path because All-Star break's over. We haven't had any basketball for several days now. Obviously, tonight we'll have basketball back on our TVs and our computers and our iPads. It's going to be great. Can't wait to get into it. But we've got post-All-Star weekend questions. I don't know how many you brought. I've got 4. I'm curious to see what your first one is.
I have 4. All right, I'll go first. This was inspired by our pre-show conversation. I literally wrote it down while we were talking. Question number 1. Should we start calling it the Marvin Bagley trade?
Instead of Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Those 2 games are pretty sick, man. I don't know. I've watched a lot of bad basketball this year on my team outside of Cooper Flag. Marvin Bagley, not that bad in comparison to what I've been watching. So, it might be the Marvin Bagley trade. And he's a free agent this summer. So, I'm going to get 2.5 months of Marvin Bagley.
Yeah. Okay, so actual follow-up question to my joking question. Is the tanking – how out of control is the tanking going to get? Mavs are now all in on it. Wizards are obviously all in on it. And then all the other usual suspects. The Jazz going on what, year 6?
That's
and obviously this is a
Josh talked about that on Sunday.
Yeah, this is a swirling conversation that's been going on all around the NBA. People have had some takes. How out of control is it going to die down because of how disgusting all the talks are getting, or is it just going to business as usual?
Oh. This might be the most egregious tanking year that we've ever had.
With the Jazz pulling their starters in the fourth quarter in January or February, whatever it was, is crazy.
See, we had this conversation like in the first week or 2 of the season. Drew brought it up. He's like, the Jazz are a decent team. Roughly by the time of All-Star break, they're within a couple of games of being 500, if not a game or 2 above 500 for the last 5 years. The problem is at All-Star break, they start sitting everyone and they lose almost every single game. They have a 111 winning percentage after that. And he pulled the numbers up and was going year after year after year. I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. The Jazz just said, fuck it. We're not doing that this year. Walker Kessler got hurt. We're going to start losing early, and then we're going to start pulling starters earlier after they played 3 quarters. That is the problem with the tank. But the sheer amount of teams that are tanking, just in the West, you have the Sacramento Kings, who I have a question about later. They're 12-44, and they've lost 2 of their starters. The New Orleans Pelicans somehow have only won 15 games and have 41 losses. The Utah Jazz pulling starters. Now Jaren Jackson Jr. is out for the season. I would expect Lauri Markkanen to be pretty close after that by the time March hits, right? 18-38. The Mavericks, full-on tank. Anthony Davis is out. Cooper Flag is playing, and Kyrie Irving is not playing this year. So full-on tank, 19-35. The Memphis Grizzlies, tweener tank. They're 20-33. Wow. They traded Jaren Jackson Jr. We don't know when John Morant's coming back. His next update's in like 3 to 4 weeks again after his elbow. So like they're quasi tank. Washington Wizards at 14-39. The Indiana Pacers at 15-40. The Brooklyn Nets at 15-38. And then you can kind of throw in the Bucks at 23-30. I have a question about them as well. That is almost 10 or 11 teams that are full on tanking. The sheer amount of tanking is the problem this year. It's not that like 4 teams are doing it. It's that 10 teams are doing it.
How many ethical tankers we got mixed in here? Is it just the Pacers and the Nets?
Pacers,
the
for
Bucks,
sure.
Sort of.
The Bucks hurt. Yeah, I would say the Mavericks were ethical tanking until post AD trade, which you didn't know if he was going to play again the rest of this year. And if you want to look at the Kyrie Irving thing where he got hurt in the middle of March last year, it still hasn't been a year.
Yeah,
as a 34-year-old point guard or whatever, like I don't mind him sitting out this year, but like in theory, that's non-ethical tanking, right?
If they found a reason to shut down Coop, that would be an unethical tank. The fact that he's still going to go out there and play a ton and everyone else is going to go play a ton.
Yeah.
What do you think they'd have to do to convince him to sit out the rest of the season? Would they have to like Tanya Harding him? Actually,
they'd have to hold him at gunpoint all day long. Like just like, hey, we got snipers. If you step foot on that court,
you do like psychological warfare. Just
that
blaring Tiny Tim through speakers into his hotel room every night so he can't sleep for several days.
Like, I think Cooper Flag loves literally one thing in this world. I don't know if his family counts. Like, he just loves basketball.
No.
The goatee and the basketball. Like, that's it.
I'll tell you what, the little goatee, it's growing on me.
It's the, hey, I finally can grow facial hair for the first time in my life thing because I went through that this year. So
I'm usually anti.
Yeah.
I'm usually anti the forcing it. Chet, Kyle Tucker.
Yeah. The thing is that it doesn't connect right here for Cooper Flag, so it's not a full-on goatee. It's to the chin hair plus mustache.
Yeah, if it connected, I'd be like, you got to shave, bro.
And he doesn't do the soul patch either. There's no soul patch action. I don't know if he can grow it there yet, so it's literally just chin hair.
I'm telling you, there's an entire business out there for me to just be should you shave connoisseur.
I think we should make it.
Should you say Conciliary in honor of the late Robert Duvall, God rest his soul?
Sure. Godfather 1 and 2, right?
That's right. You know what? I've never seen all of Godfather 2.
I've never seen the Godfathers either. Any of them.
Whoa. I'm not even.
You know what I know Robert Duvall from?
Watch them. Blah, blah, blah. Wait. Let me guess.
There's one movie I know.
4 Christmases.
Okay, no, I didn't realize he was in that. Kicking and Screaming.
Oh, is he the dad? Is he Will Ferrell's dad in that?
Yeah, pretty sure.
It's been so long.
Yeah, the tanking is going to be not. I think the reason it's out of control is because there's 10 teams and not 6.
I agree.
There's just more.
If there was only one team or a few being egregious, and it's like, I think that's the fact that we see these teams, some of those teams there every single year. And actually, to the Wizards' credit, at least they're like adding good players, and there's something kind of exciting there.
Sure.
No, I'm not even talking about the trades because who knows what they end up actually doing with those players they traded for. But just like the young players there, like okay, that's a little something. Jazz too. Jazz have some guys.
That's fair.
Bryce Sensible refusing to lose. I wish I could have talked to Josh about that moment. I'm so sad I wasn't there. It's just truly incredible. We didn't even get a text about it. That's how I know that man's too busy.
Yeah, work's taking over his life. We got to free him.
Work's taking.
We got to break him out of all.
We need to abolish elections, I think.
Yeah.
Full monarchy.
Do we have too many elections as a democracy?
It's not a take I'm prepared to answer. But given that, maybe this
All-star break questions.
Maybe this is saying more about my involvement as a citizen of the United States that I hardly ever know when an election is happening until someone's wearing a sticker.
Yes.
Or I start seeing more and more signs. Fun fact, there's someone running for something in Texas or in my county or something like that whose last name is Wamsgans, and all I can think about is Tom. And it even says like endorsed by Trump, and I'm like, yep, that checks out.
I can't believe that's a real last name.
Yeah.
That's the best part about this. I didn't know that was real.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my question. What you got?
I've got 3 that I really like here. I'll give you the semi topics. We're talking about contenders in one. We're talking about the KD files in another.
Okay.
And then we're talking about the Bucks in another. Which one would you like to talk about?
Let's go with the KD files because I've got one that's similar. We can group those together.
Okay. Do the KD files ruin the Rockets season?
Okay. Mine was, can the Rockets recover from the KD leaks?
You're the Rockets fan here.
I gotta tell you, it's feeling bleak. The vibes are not good. There, on one hand, yeah, it doesn't feel good. And if I showed up to work and I figured out that someone was saying things like that behind my back, I would have a lot of questions like, can we work together? Should you be fired? Does it matter that you're an all-time great at your role? Did we send off 2 solid culture guys for this? Even if you're undeniably a better player, did we mess something up? I'm not saying all those questions are valid, but there are ones that are swirling around in my head. Trying to remove bias. I'm going to go with a strong maybe. It may have ruined the season, dude. The fandom is like mostly united on this sucks. Leave it. Thank you, KD, for finally bringing the fan base together.
Like,
there's a few guys holding on that are like, oh, these are probably fake. And I think some of them are fake.
Yes.
Some of them seem too on the nose. There was one that was like, why would he call Steven Adams Steven Adams? They've known each other for like however many years. And I was like, hey, maybe there's something there. But there are enough people that I know who have some actual connections, who have some connections to these group chats even, that are like, oh yeah, they're real. We've known for months.
Yeah, like, and it's the problem is that it's KD. Like, if this is literally any single other player in the NBA, we'd be like, that's fake, dude. Like, no fucking way.
It could be Draymond Green, and I'd be like, that's not real.
He says everything on his podcast. I don't believe it.
That's right.
He just is
There's not a bone of secrecy in his body.
In your face about it. The problem that is it's KD because he's admitted to having burners in the past, right? Like, that has been a public comment before. He has publicly said, I love tweeting on Netflix this past year, that I love tweeting. I love Twitter. Like,
it's my cup of coffee.
Right. Like, the fact that he's said this outwardly, that makes you believe it right off the rip, right? Then you see more and more screenshots and you're like, maybe. The fact that he's throwing out like Hitler and Stalin about coaches and stuff seems like he's on Twitter far too much, because that's a very Twitter group chat like thing to do. So like, that was believable. Triple double cocaine bear being Russ's nickname, absolutely believable by KD.
Yeah. Did you see someone saying like, are we sure that's an insult? Because it sounds kind of hard.
Right. Like, I think that was a compliment by KD.
Maybe.
I think that was a quasi compliment. It was just like, he's fucking crazy, but damn, did he get a bunch of triple doubles that year?
That is the kind of thing KD would defend too. If someone's like, he's losing people games, but he's getting rebounds, he'd be like, oh, okay. You guys think you know everything?
Yeah. Yeah. He's getting buckets, rebounds, and assists. Like, what the fuck else?
The game is about a bucket.
So all of it is far too believable. Where I used alleged the whole last episode, there are a handful of them that look suspicious and maybe not real because of the way the screenshot looks and doctored and whatever. Like, but get off my Dickerson, the owl tweet from his actual account, and that being the header of the alleged burner account. All of it is far too real. And then the fact that KD didn't tweet for days.
That's because the most damning part to me.
If he goes just normal about his business, everyone's like, all right, probably not him if he's just kind of walking around it. And then him saying, I'm not talking about Twitter. I don't talk about locker room stuff. It's all too damning. So like, the fact that it is completely shitting on his teammates, calling them weak-minded, another R word that I did use on the last episode, but we're a little too early in this episode to talk about it again. Yeah, it's just like, it's too damning for it to not be real in some way, shape, or form. Like, at least half of those screenshots have to be real, is where I'm at.
Have you ever played One Night Ultimate Werewolf?
Sheldon, you're asking the wrong person.
No, it's like a board game. It's kind of like Mafia. You ever played Mafia?
I played Mafia. Yeah.
So it's Mafia, but there's more roles and there's like a lot of tasks and stuff that people do while your eyes are closed. So you could accidentally tell on yourself by being like, I did this. Anyway, the cards all move around. There are 1 to 3 werewolves in the game at a time. Your goal is to catch them. And there are so many times when you're playing with someone and they are just dead quiet the entire time. And you're like, well, he did it. That's the bad guy.
That's KD.
Yeah. And that's how it feels. It's like, I just feel like innocent people come to their own defense.
Yeah.
And so.
And maybe even guilty people do it outwardly, and he just didn't do either.
Yeah. So
that's kind of the issue.
I know there's this whole like sorry, this is super off topic, but the Sydney Sweeney Aryan jeans thing. Do you remember this controversy?
American Eagle jeans? She's got good jeans, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Her refusing to acknowledge the controversy in it and thinking that was like her not feeding into the noise, and instead it actually made it worse.
Yeah.
It feels like that's kind of what's going to happen here. Now, maybe I could totally see Udoka being the kind of guy that's like, we're not talking about this outside of here. You two go sit in that room until you figure out your differences, like children, like what you do to actual children. And then being like, if you guys say a word of it outside of here, I might actually kill you. He might do that.
The funny thing is that I can never see KD just like actually go into the room to like defend himself there. Like he's just like, I'm not going in that fucking room. I'm 37. I'm being paid $40 million a year. I'm not going in that room. You figure it out. Because that's what NBA superstars do, allegedly.
I don't know. I wonder.
They're not. A lot of them aren't really team players, according to KD as well. He's kind of mentioned just like the superstar is not necessarily the leader, and I think he's taking that to heart. It's like, it's not my job.
Oh, he's definitely
these fucking guys.
He's definitely been in the vein of, no, it's not my job to lead. I'm just on the team.
And this is where Fred VanVleet has ruined the Rocket season by getting hurt beforehand.
How dare he? Sorry, before we move on to Fred, can we talk about Reed being the only person that voted for KD in this? I can't remember what the poll was for. Shoot, it was something to do with like best players on the team, or can they be number one on a contender or something like that. And KD got one vote.
And it was from Reed.
It was like Jokic, SGA. Yeah. It was like one vote in parentheses from teammate Reed Shepherd. And I was like,
Reed was in the files too. That's tough.
Incredible.
He
was, but just about being a cone.
Yeah, it was a little bit. Shout out to Amon Thompson though. The only one that wasn't got in the files there. Never saw one.
Because he's a freaking dog. That's why.
That's the only guy from the Rockets that he just wasn't talking shit about. So, and I will say, you mentioned like if you found out that coworker was talking about you in private or group chats or whatever. I understand that. It's in a group chat. Like, ignorance is bliss. People could talk shit about me all day long. Does not bother me unless I knew about it, right? And then KD got. That's the problem. It's like ignorance is bliss.
Yep.
But
if I never know,
it's a maybe. You're fourth in the West. You're 13 games over 500. Like, you're gonna, I would assume, make the playoffs comfortably in a top 6 seed. How far you go after that, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can.
I think if they actually can, if this actually does like seriously hurt the season, then that just says a lot about the people in the locker room. Like, if you can't be adults, then you're indicting yourself. That's on you. You're not a victim of circumstance. It's your fault. And I'm not saying like, I'm pretty much only talking about KD. Like, if you can't make it right, that's on him.
Yeah. I started Bill's mailbag episode yesterday with Chris Ryan House.
Bill Simmons.
Bill Simmons. Yeah. He mentioned that like when this trade happened for KD, like he thought this was the last stop. Like, he's going to be a Rocket till he retires. Like this, that, and the other. Are you worried about him not being a Rocket till he retires? Do you think there's one more stop in him? Maybe 2?
Do you think I could get Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green in a trade for him?
I don't think Phoenix touches Kevin Durant with a 10-foot pole. Like,
oh, absolutely not. I'm totally kidding. I mean, like, I don't know. It just goes down every trade, right?
It's crazy that every team he goes to.
Getting older, but yes.
Because I mean, you look at OKC, like they didn't win Game 6, the Klay Thompson game. Obviously, he leaves. He thinks he can't win one there at OKC, but he goes to Golden State because he knows he can win one there. Whatever. Golden State basically pushes him out. Draymond Green tells him he's a bitch. was right at the time. And KD leaves for Brooklyn, sits out a year. Kyrie Irving does his thing. They get James Harden. Then COVID happens, and no one in the locker room can control or like just make sure everything's okay with Kyrie. That goes downhill. Everybody gets traded. Everybody leaves. Goes to Phoenix. Phoenix shows up. You get swept by the Timberwolves. Then you trade for Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal shows up, and it's you've just decimated your roster. That was the issue by attaching yourself to those three guys that were getting paid a lot of money that didn't play a lot of defense at that time because KD, while being good at defense, is not great at defense anymore at the time when he gets to Phoenix. You get him from Phoenix to Houston.
It was pretty good, but
he's still good, but it wasn't like Golden State KD.
He's not going to be like a game changer.
Yeah, and at Golden State, he was like a game changer on defense.
He was legit rim protector. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
He was sick. And then you get him to Houston, and you think everything's going to be fine. Fred VanVleet goes down, and you're like, okay, no point guard. This is kind of figure it out season. If we don't win a title, it's okay. We still got 2 more years of this, and we're at All-Star break in year 1, and we're like, holy shit. We have to get rid of this guy now, and we just gave him $90 million for this offseason.
Yeah.
That's where we're at with KD.
Hey, man, good thing he took a team-friendly extension.
Yeah, you could trade him a little bit easier. Yeah, so.
Oh, man.
You want John Morant? Probably
it's
get him.
Tough. I mean, this hopefully is an indictment. Yeah. I hope that this is an indictment on letting Udoka build the roster. Because he shouldn't be building the roster. No. So he should have a say, sure. Yeah. But he should not be making any calls. Anyway, you want to do another question?
Yeah, hit me.
I got one. We can include some other players in this, but does Jason Tatum actually come back?
Well, that was one of my bold predictions for 2026 is that the Celtics would get the number 1 seed and Jason Tatum would be coming back. So I have to kind of stick with my guns there.
You got to stick to it. Yeah. I mean, so the reports have kind of gone back and forth. So it's mostly been that he's ramping up. He started to do some contact drills, but then there was one that came out a couple weeks ago that was basically like, he's kind of thinking about it.
Yeah.
Kind of seeing if it makes sense, if it could be detrimental to him long-term. Man, Celtics are 2nd seed in the East. Jaylen Brown still looks awesome. I believe that they could figure it out if Tatum can, like the two of them. I believe that they'd figure it out just fine. I mean, obviously they would defer to Brown while Tatum is getting back to 100%.
No, I think.
And then they just go from there. Your turn, my turn.
If we get a month away from now, like late March, could we get Tatum back for 3.5 weeks pre-playoffs and play him 12 to 15 minutes a night? Just to let him get his legs under him and just see what happens. And if he's just like, this ain't it, I can't perform at the playoffs, then you sit him, and the team knows how to play without Tatum right now anyway. Yeah. So like, you're still going to be fine. You're probably going to advance a couple of rounds, maybe into the Eastern Conference Finals, maybe even to the finals. Like, team's still good. I think that's kind of how you play it. You play 3 weeks of Jason Tatum at the end of the season. If he's coming back 12, 15 minutes a night, see how he feels, and then you can kind of keep ramping up every round or whatever. Because like, if they're the 2 seed right now, they're going to play the Magic.
Oh, dude, they might win
without like Franz and then the state that Paolo's
they'll
in
win
right
in
now.
5.
Like, okay,
they might win. They might sweep them.
Like, they might sweep them. So like round 1, you could still ramp Tatum up and then like play him a little bit more in garbage time. Like, hey, here's an extra 3-4 minutes here at the end of the game just to get a little more action.
Yeah.
So I think Tatum does come back. It's just like, what's the capacity?
Yeah, I'm a little dubious. I just feel like we've never seen it with the Achilles, and that just feels like the injury you just don't play around with right now. But it could be the first time someone does it, and then it starts setting a trend. We figure out, people are stronger than we thought coming back from these injuries with whatever new medicine or new technology there is. It just feels like too good to be true. So, I mean, same thing with Fred. Like, the fact that he's starting to run around on the court, that doesn't really mean anything to me.
Hey, I can just go ahead and tell you, sources are telling me Fred's not this year. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he shouldn't.
So, not a shot.
Yeah, he shouldn't. It would be stupid. Like, if you've crossed the plane of 30 and you're messing around with knee injuries, like you're an idiot. Like, you just shouldn't. So
that's why I'm not mad that Kyrie's not coming back this year.
Yeah, there's no reason. There's no reason to. But yeah, Tatum's obviously the most interesting one because he's had not the most time, if you count Kyrie, but of those 2 guys that have been talked about more seriously about coming back, who I think probably aren't, Tatum's in there. I don't think he's going to come back. I think they're looking at this season like anything that we accomplish is gravy. This last offseason, knowing that Tatum was hurt, they did some salary dump things, hoping that they would be able to, retool, get some stuff for this next season. I would assume that they're going to make a different move to kind of fill out the roster that's already been pretty good.
I mean, they cut $300 million in salary, right?
$300 million?
Yeah. Are you saying it was over $500 million of salary plus tax that they had to pay this year heading into the year before free agency and the trades and all that kind of stuff? It was going to be like $519 million. They're down to like right around $200 million or just under. So like they shed so much salary that they can just go crazy in free agency and trades and everything this offseason if they wanted to, and just like, hey, here's Tatum, and I don't know. You just figure it out then.
I don't know how it's possible for them to shed that much salary.
Well, it's all tax, like, because they were so far above with Porzingis, Drew Holiday, White, Tatum, Brown, and everything else that they had on their roster, that their salary tax was like just double what their salary was. I think it was like $300 million, and they had $200 million of tax because they were repeat offenders. That's where what happens is when you repeat it, like the tax, like quintuples.
Yeah, that was Phoenix's whole thing. Why they were paying just so much freaking money. Yeah, I mean they're 20th in total payroll. Do you know who's paying the most in cap? Total cap allocations.
Is it the Thunder?
It's the Warriors.
Oh, that makes sense.
According to Spotrac, whatever it is.
I say Spotrac.
No, the Thunder they're lower. Much lower. Where are they?
Well, I guess maybe those extensions don't hit until next year.
Yeah, they're 23rd. Yeah, I don't think their extensions have kicked in yet.
Never mind.
So, anyway, that's my question. What you got next? Let's go do the contenders one.
Okay. Who are the top 3 contenders in each conference?
Ooh.
Real contenders who can like win their conference and go to the
championship right now. Okay, win the conference.
Win the conference.
The goal. Thunder.
Yep.
Nuggets. Mm-hmm. And this is where it gets hard.
I have a question mark on my third team.
Is it the Spurs? Is that your third team?
Question mark.
The fact that they play the Thunder so well,
that's
really the only thing giving me pause. Because otherwise, I'd say they're gonna have to take their lumps. They're gonna have to probably lose in the first or second round in an annoying series that they're gonna feel like they should have won, but they just kind of got outmatched. But man, I don't know. I think some people are gonna say the Timberwolves. I just don't buy it. I think they got a little lucky that they even made it to the Western Conference Finals last year. Mm-hmm. Luck I'm throwing luck out fast and loose, but I mean, definitely not the Warriors. I really don't believe in the Lakers. I don't think we're going to have what it takes. We might win one series, depending on the matchup. But, man, other than that, I feel like I have to say the Spurs.
Yeah, I put a question mark.
Honestly. Obviously the supporting cast is good. De'Aaron Fox, it's easy to overlook him. Dude is good. He freaking rules. I mean, yeah, I'm upset he's on that team.
So I wrote Spurs down too. East. Who are your 3 teams?
I think it's the top 3 teams in the standings. I think it's the Pistons, Celtics, Knicks in whatever order.
I threw a question mark on Knicks as well.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more about just kind of trusting the fact that they are going to be extremely experienced. They're going to be able to play. They're going to be able to run their best guys into the ground the entire time. And it's more about how much I don't trust Cavs, Raptors quite yet, Sixers quite yet, obviously not the Magic, and then all those playing teams.
Right.
I mean, the Hornets, I think, will be the most interesting team outside of those top 3, 4, or 5. But I don't think they are good enough to win the East. Not yet.
Yeah, we'll have to see. The Knicks is just like, I don't know if Jalen Brunson's good enough to be the number one guy.
You Becky Hammond truther?
Maybe.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And she was like, the Knicks don't have their guy. And they started getting on her.
They do have their guy. They have their team. They have a really good team. They have a good squad. That is the difference. Is like, I don't know if Jalen Brunson can be the number one and carry someone to an NBA Finals or win the Finals, right? But when you have Bridges, OG, Cat, Mitchell Robinson, Josh Hart, like they have the supporting cast to do it. It's just like the Pistons are playing so well right now. It's like, I don't know if they could beat the Pistons this time. They kind of got shafted last year. The Pistons did against the Knicks in a game. Like that game that probably should have went to 7 games. And then anything happens in game 7. So like we've already seen that. And the Pistons are even better this year. So that's the problem.
Yeah. I'm thinking like of these 6 teams, the two best players.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so listen. The Pistons have Cade, best player on their team. He can score, he can facilitate, he can defend.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump to the West for a second. They've got Thunder have SGA, who scores. He facilitates a little bit, not really a true point guard.
Yeah.
More of the combo guard mold, but he can a little. He can defend enough. He's not a liability.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way. Spurs, Wemby, obviously he can do everything.
Sure.
Nuggets. Question about whether or not he gets pushed around. Nuggets, we know who Jokic is. He can do everything. He's not a very good defender, no matter what the impact metrics say.
Mm-hmm.
They have figured out how to win in spite of that.
Yep.
The Celtics and the Knicks, each of their best players are really just score first guys. Jaylen Brown, a good defender, two-way player, but not doing a lot of facilitating stuff like that. Maybe they can overcome it. For the Knicks, their best player being Jalen Brunson, who's an undersized guard who can get picked on defense and is not like a super efficient, like when it comes to field goals.
Yeah.
I don't know what the true shooting numbers say. He gets to the line a lot. He does the foul gimmick. He can hit a big shot for sure. But I just don't know if he has the play style that wins you 3 series as your best player.
In 2026.
In this era. Yes.
Yeah. Like early 2000s is a completely different conversation.
Because of how smart defenses are, how smart opposing offenses are, all these things. Like all these other teams, their best players are just as smart as whatever's being thrown at them.
And then the problem with the Knicks is that your second best player is also a liability on defense. And a big man.
Yeah.
That is where I think the actual issue lies. But what can you do? What can you do?
Are you saying Tyler Kolek is their second best player?
The guy that looks like me? Yeah.
Does he? I can't remember. I feel like we talked about this before. I just don't know. I don't remember what he looks like. They all look like Reed Shepherd to me.
Yeah. It's the hair, I think, mainly. But
yeah, the hair is similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like those question marks on the Knicks and Spurs. I think the Spurs are better than the Knicks. Well, their record's obviously better in a harder conference.
The first 20 something games of the season, the Spurs didn't play a single team that was over 500 last year.
Yeah.
So like there was that. Well, I mean, Rockets, they played 3 of their first 21 games, I think, were against them. And then you saw them against the Thunder. Obviously, regular season is different than the postseason. I always mention that on our NHL podcast, Clean Sheet of Ice. Like, just because you beat someone in the regular season doesn't mean you're going to beat them in the playoffs. It's different in the playoffs. So they've never played in the playoffs. De'Aaron Fox has played 1 series in the playoffs. That's where the question mark lies, is because they've never played playoff basketball. That is the only question mark.
I mean, De'Aaron Fox was awesome in that series and then broke his finger.
But that's your only guy that's played meaningful minutes in a playoff series. And he was great. Sure.
Harrison Barnes, but
it's a long time ago.
Yes, and he's not obviously – he is an important player to what they're doing, but he's not vital.
Quite literally 10 years ago now.
Yeah. How would you rank these 6 teams?
Thunder 1. I'm going Nuggets 2. I just trust them more.
Yeah.
I'll say Pistons because they're roundhousing teams. Then I think I might go Spurs, Celtics, Knicks.
I think I have the exact same order. Thunder, Nuggets, Pistons, Spurs, Celtics, Knicks. Yeah.
Spurs is iffy for 3. Like I kind of like them at 3 too. We haven't seen it. That's the issue. So I haven't seen everyone else do it yet.
Yeah, and this is like we have every reason to hate the Spurs.
Yes.
So please, Eric, if you're listening, take it as a sign of respect and stop sending me stuff about Keldon Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sochan joining the Knicks.
Sohan, yeah.
Sochan. I refuse to say his name but correctly just because he was a Spur.
Snow cone looking.
Yeah. Cool hair.
All right. It is my turn.
Yep.
How high will the Hornets climb?
Didn't even think about the Hornets.
Talk about our Golden Boys.
They're
as good as they've been.
Yeah.
They're 9-1 in their last 10.
Yeah.
They're only 26-29. Isn't that crazy? How bad they were before, I guess.
And it's crazy because like they started really winning. It all coincided with Brandon Miller coming back.
Yeah.
So I think that means we need to talk about how fucking good Brandon Miller is.
Yeah. He's been really good. Dude, I was not paying that close attention to them until they went on this win streak.
Right. It was all calm.
Turning them on every single time they're playing once the streak started.
Mm-hmm.
Miller looks good, man. He looks
comfortable.
Yeah. He's very obviously Paul George was his favorite player. Like he plays so similarly offensively, just kind of like slow, get into his spots. He has like a pretty solid pull-up game, catch and shoot, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. He's good.
Do you think LaMelo wrecking his Hummer the other day derails the season?
If it did, that would be so awful. Oh man!
Like,
but
that
also
tire
would feel so on brand.
Off, dog. Like it was flying down the street.
I haven't seen the wreck yet. I did see. All I've seen is the report that he got out of the Hummer and into an exotic car.
Sure. Yeah, it's at an intersection, 4-way intersection, and there's a red light. It's about to turn green. There's two cars that go through, and LaMelo, I don't know what he was doing. Like I don't think he was paying attention. He veers into traffic and just like completely doesn't head on, but their front tires collided and it just destroys this little sedan because it's a giant fucking Hummer.
Yeah.
But that tire fell off completely. Like he just completely decked this car. And the person got out of the car immediately to go like check on him. So like that person was fine, obviously.
That's good.
The car's not. But the good thing is that LaMelo has like a $200 million contract, so he could just buy the new car for you,
right?
Or he has insurance, hopefully.
The fact that he's okay, I mean, maybe he's got some stiffness for the Rockets game tonight. That would be good for me. But I don't think it'll actually affect their season that much. If anything, it'll be something for them to laugh about. Like,
that is the most LaMelo thing.
Melo tried to ruin our season, but look, we're still going to end up as the 6th seed.
Yeah.
Question: How far do they climb?
So they're the 9th seed right now. They're 2.5 games back of the Heat. They're 3 games back of the Magic.
They can totally catch the Magic.
They're 4.5 games back of the Sixers, who are 6-4 in their last 10.
I think they're going to get stuck at 7.
I think that is their ceiling is 7.
Yeah, mostly because Embiid's playing well, and that's just going to lock the Sixers into that range, 5 or 6. Raptors are playing good enough. Cavs, I just feel like it's going to be hard for them to drop that low. They're going to win enough games that
the ceiling really is the Hornets can get to 6.
Yeah.
However, they're 9-1 in their last 10. They finally won 7 or 8 games in a row for the first time since the turn of the century. We were the last NBA team to win, I think, 7 or 8 games in a row.
I think it was 7.
7.
Maybe it was 8. I don't remember.
All the other teams had done it, and the Hornets hadn't, which was crazy. They finally do that. They're 9-1 in their last 10. I wonder what it looks like now after All-Star break. Do they just pick up where they left off, or are we 6-4? Are we 7-3 in our last 10? That's where I'm curious because they were just completely hot. They were beating the shit out of teams.
7-3 in their next 10 is awesome.
Right.
That's
is it 7-3? Is it 6-4?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
5? Are they 9-1 again in their next 10? Like,
yeah. Well, it'll depend on obviously who they're playing over the stretch and what the remaining strength of schedule is, obviously. But as far as just how they're playing, I think it's super
impressive.
They could keep doing it. Like, it's repeatable.
Yeah.
It's basically just like Khan's an electric shooter, and he's been automatic basically all year. Why would he stop? Brandon Miller's been good. His game is super replicable. And LaMelo's just doing what he's been doing. He's just doing it in an environment that like supports the way he plays.
Yeah.
And so that's another thing. It's like I feel like I have to walk back all my is LaMelo a winning player?
He just needs the right guys.
Look at my brain. Yeah, he's just been in a horrible environment. It's good. Got a good coach.
It's the complete opposite of the Rockets locker room. This team loves each other.
Shut up. Shut up.
All right. I've got one more question, and then we got to get out of here.
Let's do it.
Does Giannis play another game for the Bucks?
When's he supposed to be reevaluated?
Fuck if I know.
I'm gonna go probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They're gonna be awful. They're gonna keep being awful while he's gone, and then what's even the point?
Right.
Get re-injured.
Right. It's like the second time he's left this season already with calf injury, calf strain.
He's done. If I'm the Bucks, I'm tired of all of the I'm asking for a trade, but I'm going to tell everyone I'm not, and I'm just going to trade him. I mean, obviously, it's going to be more respectful than that because they owe him a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah,
23-30.
They're 7 games under 500. Oh yeah, dude, they're pretty cooked, man. I mean, they have won 5 of the last 6 against the Bulls, Pelicans, Pacers, Magic, and Magic. And then they beat the Thunder.
Cam Thomas.
Dude, the Cam Thomas thing is so funny. Rockets fans being upset that we did not sign him. Thank God we did not sign him. And then him immediately dropping 30 or whatever it was in that game that they won, playing the exact way he's always played.
Yeah.
So funny. So funny. Anyway, yeah, I don't think so. I think he may have played his last game as a Buck. But knowing that sanctimonious guy, he probably comes back for like the last 10 games of the season just to prove a point. He probably has Thanasis Costas and whatever the other brother's name is, just carry him out like on a chariot.
Do you see Giannis at All-Star in the locker room with his kids?
Yes.
They love Wemby, apparently.
Yeah. Wemby and LeBron. They wanted him to ask LeBron for an autograph. He's like, I'm not asking him, you ask him. Yeah. I get it. He's like, they don't even like me. I'm just dad.
Makes sense. It was cute. It's good. Yeah. All right, I'll let you. What did you think about All-Star Game?
I liked watching it.
It's enjoyable.
The
weekend was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't. I saw the dunk contest highlights, and I was like, "Oh,
I didn't know it was on."
Well, it came on so early.
It's like 3 p.m.
contest came on so early. One of the two.
Both of them. It felt like, yeah.
I'll say because I just like watching basketball. I liked the tournament format for the game because it meant it came on so much earlier in the day, like 4 or 5 or whatever it was. So it was cool to just have these guys, playing basketball, and you could tell. We just keep talking about the effort. You could tell they wanted to win, even if it wasn't like a playoff game, but they wanted to win. And so that was
I think the key is that you got to throw the Europeans out there first. The world has to play the first game to set the tone. And they can't bring Luka or Jokic, and they can't play the first game.
I like that this way means you get to see more guys play. You know, you don't have to do all the weird staggering minutes to make sure everyone gets to play. You just get to watch a full quarter, basically.
Yeah. And Kawhi Leonard being the best player in the world again for 12 minutes was sick.
Dude, it's fun. He annoys me so much, but when he's on, he's incredible. He's just so fun to watch.
Did you see the high-five picture of him and KD? How incredibly large Kawhi's hands are.
Yeah.
Like freakishly long, because KD is a 7-foot human that probably has the largest human hands you've ever seen in your life, and he's swallowed by Kawhi Leonard's hands.
Maybe that's why I started tweeting all that stuff.
KD just being the least animated person at All-Star Week.
What if
everything was so funny?
Yeah. Yeah. What if Kawhi is the one who leaked all these screenshots
his fingers for so long?
In order to get around all of the
aspiration
tree stuff.
Now we're going tinfoil hat.
Conspiracy.
Real tinfoil hat here.
Well, we're supposed to be getting a verdict soon.
Well, they said it was going to happen before All-Star Weekend.
I thought they said after All-Star Weekend.
Oh, well, preseason when it's all came out, Adam Silver's before All-Star break, we will
okay. He said before.
We will have an answer.
He's going to be like, it's all circumstantial. Also, we'll be launching 10 teams in Europe.
We talk about KD's investments in those Silicon Valley drones. Huh?
Ooh.
Yikes.
KDF is what they're calling them.
KD Files, man. What do you think about Files versus Gate? Bill brought that one up too.
Gate is overused.
Yeah, Gate ran its course. I think Files is new leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it.
I think so. I think everything should get a different, you can't just force. It's got to sound good. You can't just force. Deflategate, that sounds perfect.
Deflategate was great. Spygate for the Patriots. That was great.
Good enough. Yeah. Good enough.
I love how the Astros didn't get one.
Yeah.
We just didn't get a gate.
It's just
or a file.
It's literally just cheating scandal.
Scandal. Yeah, scandal, I guess, works a lot of the time.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
No, it's not.
It's not named after a famous presidential scandal.
Like, I can't believe they didn't do Trash Gate or Trash Can Gate.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't even know what else. Centerfield camera gate. Just make it as long and obnoxious as possible.
Spygate 2.0.
Yeah, honestly. What would you call the buzzer gate?
And the Red Sox.
That's the problem. Is it would have ended up being named after the buzzer that didn't exist.
Buzzer gate. Yeah. The Red Sox just using Apple Watches and not getting a name either, and no one brings that up ever.
Yeah.
So,
did you see Joe Kelly talking about how all these average players on the 2017 Astros were all of a sudden good against him, and that's how he knew something was up? Career 4 ERA pitcher Joe Kelly,
relief pitcher 4 ERA stuff.
And then he named Jake Marisnick. Notably, did not face him in 2017.
That's good. Is he talking about Evan Gattis, who actually was good for a few seasons? Brian McCann, who's one of the best catchers in baseball for several seasons.
Josh Reddick, no post,
fine for his whole career. Just completely fine.
Yeah.
All right. That's baseball talk.
Anyway, we need to get Josh Reddick on here. He's got some stuff to say.
No censored. That'll do it for the Apollo NBA show. We'll be back on Sunday with another episode. TBD on who's going to be on that episode. It's probably me and Shelly and maybe Josh. We'll see. Drew's still on the IR. We're not letting him come back until he's completely healthy. That's the ruling.
Yep.
KD files. Hopefully we get more information. That'll do it for the Apollo NBA show. We'll be back very, very soon with another episode.
Bye.